Well, g'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I'm here having a roam around Lane Cove National Park. The sun's getting low, so I better skedaddle out of here sooner or later. Been a long old day, bright and early start, 5 AM kickoff, did a watch along, had a lot of fun doing it. If you want to see someone who doesn't take the whole thing bloody serious and wants to entertain you, the viewer, subscribe to this channel and check it out. It's up there anyway, you can have a look, see what I get up to. Oh, a bit out of breath. Anyway, the game, different to last year. We came away with all the spoils last year. Wasn't to be this time. We were a little bit timid in the first half. I thought we were playing that pragmatic football that people go on about. Alas, not by design, according to Frank in the press conference afterwards. Bodø had a lot of possession, but wasn't really dangerous possession. They didn't really threaten us much. 2 good goals though, 2 great goals, great shots, just beyond Vicario's reach. We had a couple of chances in the first half. I think it was the first half we had a bloody dodgy VAR decision not go our way. VAR working overtime. I think the Norwegian VAR is even slower than Stockley Park. It must have been built on a bigger refuge tip than us. I don't think there were any too many surprises in the lineup. Strong 11, strong as we've got. Rested Romero as a precaution, but hey, I think Danso acquitted himself really well. Mickey van der Ven was captain. Frank said that he's been very impressed with him and his attitude. I did think he almost lost his head at one point, but I think I was wrong. He came back, he came good. It was a good captain's knock by Mickey. We went into half-time 0-0. Now, I've seen reports saying we were crap and all that, and we weren't crap. Look, we weren't as attacking as I'd like to be. We were more timid than I'd like to be. And some of our passing was about, 2 or 3 degrees off. But we weren't crap. Let's just put that one out of the way. And to come back from 2-0 down to snatch a draw away from home in Europe, hey, that's no mean shakes. It's more than Liverpool could do. So we got our eye on them. We're above them in the Champions League table. In fact, we're 4th. A couple of big differences between this year and last year. Well, one, they had that captain bloke Berg back, who looks like Simon Baker, the mentalist. He was pretty good. And also one of their players who was younger last year, Eddie Munster. I think he's hit puberty. It's lucky that Norway play above the Arctic Circle and can play most of their football in the winter, because if they played in the summer, I think he'd just turn into ash. But he didn't really do much anyway. He didn't threaten. Still had a centre parting. Which, but yeah, they watered the pitch like buggery at half time. Can't blame the conditions though. I don't know why you got to water a plastic pitch. I thought the whole idea of those things was to be maintenance free or some old bollocks like that, but no. You have to water it. I don't know what they expect to grow out of it. We didn't look as if we struggled on the plastic pitch. I mean, there was a couple of slips, but also there was a couple of slips by their players as well. I think the extra water on the pitch at half time, they must have hydrophilic soles on their shoes, which we weren't clued in on. But yeah, first half, as I say, I always have fun when I'm doing a watch along, get right stuck into it and just take the piss. So maybe I didn't find it as boring or crap as other people. I just like watching my team play anyway. But it was all right, They didn't threaten us too much. They were going around one side. They seemed to be coming up the left-hand side a lot. I think Porro may have been, could have done better for one of the goals, perhaps. Says me sitting on a rock, out of shape. Both shots, they were good shots. Vic couldn't get to them, unfortunately. But on the whole, I think I don't know if they actually put us under pressure. We just sat back. Something we did do well, even when we were letting them have the ball. We were pressing them back into their own half quite well. It's just that we didn't quite capitalise the next step and nick the ball. We started nicking the ball much more in the second half, which is probably why we scored 2 goals. But we were kind of pushing them back all the way to their keeper, and then it would go over the top of us again, and we'd have to reset and regroup. But on the whole, we defended pretty well. Porro, don't know. Jed Spence took care of his man. Wasn't forward as we've seen him in recent games, but neither was anyone really. Midfield of Bentoncourt. I thought Bentoncourt had a good game. Berival and Sarr were also there. Didn't quite get the ball up to the front three, so no doubt people are slagging the shit out of our front three, but I don't know if they got enough service really to make an impact. I think Richie's doing just fine. He put his defender under a lot of pressure that got us that own goal equaliser near the death. A bit of a mystery goal. I mean, VAR took about 10 minutes. They were looking at offside apparently. No one knew what they were looking at. Was it handball? Was it this? Was it that? Turns out it's an own goal anyway. So I think Richie was fine. Commentators gave me the shits as usual. I really do wish for the days of John Motson and Brian Moore that just tells you who's got the football instead of telling you what they reckon of the bloody game all the time. Like that VAR for the own goal. The commentator said something like, "Oh, he was nearly offside," which, what the fuck does that mean, man? He was onside then. I could see it with my naked eye he was onside. Now, they did have a penalty in the first half, and I think that was a fair enough shout, fair enough decision. I don't know why it took so long. I think the referee actually pointed to the spot straight away. So I think the referee did all right. Referee had a pretty good game, you know, in the thick of battle. Fair enough, they got a penalty, but I had a feeling in my water that he would kick it over. I didn't think he would kick it that far over. It's about 3 or 4 foot over the bar. It was crazy, man. But anyway, look, second half, they got 2 good goals, and I felt confident that we'd get something out of the game though. And we got a point. We nearly got 3 with Destiny's header off the crossbar. A disallowed goal of Bentoncourt, because I don't know, Van der Ven was in the box, and apparently that's a crime these days. But Van der Ven did get a great header. I don't know, crossed the ball in. I'm guessing it'd be someone like Porro. I don't know. It's late on in the game. Maybe it was Kudus. Don't know. Great header, great goal. Good goal by a captain to pick the lads up. Got us going. We looked a lot better as the game wore on. Maybe Bodø were getting knackered. I mean, that's what I thought the first half strategy was, a bit of a rope-a-dope. You know, a bit of Rocky 4. You ain't so bad, you ain't so bad. Well, maybe that was Rocky 3, I can't remember. Yeah, no, that's what he said at Clumber Lane. You ain't so bad. Just soak them up, let them get knackered, and then kapow. Because we brought on some quality subs. And unlike every other game of football I've seen ever, instead, you know, they always bring up on the subs at 65 minutes. Frank broke the mould, brought some players on at 60 minutes to shake things up. I thought Archie Gray did well when he came on. Xavi, getting better. Look, at the end of it, I'd have liked to have won. I don't think we're as shit as people making out. We fought back well. Bodø played well. He's played in a good spirit, actually, of the game. I think there's a couple of yellow cards knocking about, but there was nothing really, you know, over the line. It wasn't nasty. Bodø didn't rely on that to get a result. They played some good football. We couldn't soak it all up in the end, unfortunately. But when we started having a go, we were much better. And, you know, I hope the team learn that. Bloody well learn it. Go forward. You get goals, don't you? Don't just sit back like a bunch of plonkers. But look, unbeaten in Europe. We're currently 4th in the Champions League. There's a few other teams that have got to play tomorrow, but we don't worry about that so much. That could put us down as like 16th, I think, if they all win, if it all goes against us. But no, I don't care. I had fun watching it. It was an away day. The Bodø fans gave it some good song. Didn't hear the Spurs fans much, but hey, they might have had the microphones up the other end of the pitch just to sabotage us. And we march on, man. The Spurs go marching on. Nothing wrong with that. We'll see what happens next game. We'll see what happens on the weekend. Still early days for a lot of our players to get gelled in. Still early days for Frank to find out what's what, and I think we're on the right path. I can't believe people are saying Frank's a fraud. I think it's disgraceful. So, we've got to get behind some manager, folks. Some manager, it might not be the one you want, but that's the manager, isn't it? And it does my head in. Because there's always someone that doesn't want the manager. It's like, he's the manager. You don't pick him. Get behind him. I think Frank carries himself well. And I think when the players do what he says, we play some damn good football. Anything else happen? Destiny's ever done that? Nah. Anyway, Till next time, folks, I'll just say peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.